Yes.
But Simon always has.
Yeah.
Icons, the word icons.
The word's nerd.
You go.
I'll answer. Well, yeah. No, not really. I think we're constantly surprised when we hear people use words like icon and nerd. No, we just we do the show and we hope that the fans laugh and like it. No, we are not. We are not nerds. Maybe icons, not nerds.
But I never thought it was very much about science or mathematics. I thought it was always about friends who felt like kinship through being outsiders, through being ostracized, and everyone can relate to that. That's a universal feeling. Anyone who's not felt that way, I would not want to hang out with. Everybody's felt that way. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think no, I think that it's just the physics and the science are sort of the background. You know, it's the template. It's sort of the way the bar, what the bar was to Cheers or something like that. It becomes it was a character-based show, and yeah, it's about guys who are essentially too smart for their own good, trying to adapt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think in the format that we shoot in, which is in front of a live audience, you can't have, like Friends can't have like a movie, we can't have a movie, you can't shoot a movie in front of a live audience, so I don't think that would be possible.
I think it works.
It works the way it works, but to do a movie, you'd have to, no, it wouldn't work.
Maybe a drama.
A 3-hour
sad drama.
A 3-hour drama.
Yeah, I know that Bernadette will be back, and we are engaged at the end of the season.
They're killing your character off, you didn't know that?
Yeah, and so I assume that the engagement will go incredibly poorly as it has so far. So I don't know when there'll be a wedding, but I know that it will probably be a long engagement, and it will be a rocky road for Walrus, who continually puts his foot in his mouth. So yeah, I think the girls will be back though, for sure. Amy and Bernadette. I would say.
And we love Zach. He's hilarious.
Yeah. Not a girl, but
Who?
Not a girl.
Oh, in real life or on the show? I'm sorry. Do you hear the
yeah, I think it was our you and I gonna end up together.
As lovers?
We've already kissed. What more do you want?
I know. I think I think these guys are best friends, and Raj is a very lonely guy, and now that he has Bernadette, and Raj is in love with Bernadette, everyone on this show now sort of has a relationship. Sheldon has Amy in some sense. Leonard is torn between Priya and Penny, and he has Bernadette, and Raj is the only guy that doesn't have anything. So I think he really, especially with the group, like really feels like he's latching on. So I don't know. I mean, I guarantee you they're not going to end up as a couple, but I do think that no offense to you, you're a very handsome man.
No, this is a shock to me. Right?
I know. But I mean, yeah, I don't. If the question is, are they going to end up as a couple? No.
Just flirting.
Just flirting. Would you ever get a PhD?
That would be something. Well, we find out. Oh, this hasn't aired yet, but I don't know if I can say there's. Well, there's something that definitely starts to threaten Howard and make him even more insecure about not having a PhD by the end of the season. So you might see him start going to night school. Right, but that's the last episode.
Raj tries to get over his fear of women, but it goes badly.
Right, we see that.
That hasn't aired yet. It's airing on Thursday in America. I mean, if you take away a character's obstacle, he's not funny anymore. So I don't think Raj will ever be able to talk to women. We don't know yet.
That we won't even know.
We really don't know.
We won't know anything until August about what's happening.
The night before. The night before table read is when we find everything out.
Sometimes the writers come up to us outside and they say, "Oh, we're so excited about the storyline, but we won't tell you about it." Because sometimes they discuss it further and they lose it the day before they give us
Things change,
and they don't want us
very
to get excited.
Or they say, "Can you juggle and will you work with a panther?" or something very specific.
So you rehearse that for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I have the scars to show it.
I got a text
Oh
message.
no, we wrote that out.
I got a text message
Now you
saying,
just talk about Star Trek.
I got a text message saying, "Can you rap?"
That was for me though.
Oh yeah, you get some really fun text messages. I'm the worst. I laugh at my own lines. Because that's funny. No, seriously. I've gotten better this year, but I think we're pretty good. I mean, it's not terrible, right, guys?
We hear the same
joke over and over for
usually,
5 days. So,
but sometimes, I think sometimes there'll be moments in the tapings where we will be staring at each other and you can just see the corner of someone's mouth start to smirk, and it's that.
I think Johnny's the best at not breaking. I mean, no offense. I mean, you're a nice guy and all, but
the trick I taught you to not laugh.
Yeah. Every time I start laughing, or because I laugh all the time, Johnny comes and whispers something like, he says,
"Sometimes babies die."
Yeah. Like really deep, dark stuff. Like go to a deep place and I'm like, next take I'm crying every scene. I'm like,
And it's not because Kunal's unprofessional.
No.
I just want to go home. He keeps laughing. It's gonna take a long time.
The audience loves it when we make mistakes and laugh. So.
That is fun. That's part of this live audience take.
We have a science consultant on the show, who's a real life.
He's an astrophysics
Astrophysicist.
professor actually at UCLA, David Salzberg.
Yeah, great guy. So he does all the science on the show. So he explains stuff to us like we don't understand, like jokes, equations on the board are jokes.
Yeah, he'll make inside jokes sometimes. Like he'll put in the background some equation where it's
On the walls.
Yeah.
It's
like that molecule, that's a gaseous form. That formula means gas, and gas is funny to my friends. So,
gas is funny to anyone.
Yeah. Do you really want to see that? I think she's chained to the basement or something. Yeah, it's Kaylee Cuoco.
I think when the relationship was at its height, a lot of people, I think it was maybe 50-50 in the audience who were supportive about it, which was fun to play. And I think they were right. those characters weren't ready to be together. So they have a lot to learn. They're from very, very different worlds, and their communication skills are very, very poor. And say, for example, if we came back to this 5th season and they got them together immediately, my personal opinion as an audience member would be that they're not ready. But at the same time, I think within that window of time that they had a relationship, there was a real true caring there, and I think that they might be the love of each other's lives, but they're not ready. They're not ready. If the season ends, if the series ends come season 7, they probably still won't be ready. Hopefully, we'll last till season 17. And then yes, and then we might be ready.
It'll be Big Bang Theory Babies episode.
The Little Bang Theory. Yeah.
The writing is very, very good, so it makes our job easier because it makes sense sometimes. I mean, even though it's all this crazy jargon, but it's all with a purpose. So even though you're saying it in your head, you know what you're saying. You know, you might not understand every word, but you do know what you're saying.
Well, we do. You do.
Just because I'm Indian doesn't mean I don't speak English.
When we were asked to go originally, I think we were kind of confused because at least I was. I thought it was
the worst idea in the world.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I was like, well, why would they? I mean, people that are there to look at old sort of memorabilia from sci-fi movies or comic books. Why would we be there? And then we got there and we were like, oh, we are looking out at like 4,000 versions of us. Of our
you walk out on stage and there's 4,000 people, 4 to 5. Now it's gotten bigger, but even our first year was probably 1,500 people.
Yeah.
And that was just in the beginning. We had no idea. And you walk out on stage and it is just it's people screaming.
Yeah.
You feel like you are in a rock band, like a rock star or something. And people, it's not like, hey, good job. It's screaming, crying. People like it makes us feel so amazing. It's really wonderful.
Yeah. Now
we go. Now we eat it every year.
Yeah.
It's after the show, we're still gonna go.
Yeah. They want to know why you're sitting in Sheldon's spot.